Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Get Informed with Waji. As an ex-Muslim, I've talked about the danger of radical Islamic ideology in the United States and around the world. As someone that was in the closed circles of these Islamic ideologies, as someone that has attended Mass Ekna Islamic conference several times, it is well known and well discussed that Muslims intend and have all intentions of implementing and changing the legal laws in the United States to apply Sharia law. No matter how you put it, that's their end goal. Very much like the Westboro Baptist Church, very much like the rest of the evangelical groups in the United States. But what we have seen yesterday in Michigan, where Muslims have bombarded a school committee meeting or the school board meeting and harassed everyone there, demanding that the library that has hundreds of thousands of books remove 3 books that has some inclusion of the LGBT community. Muslims will protest, scream out, yell, and demand a change of laws because that is their end goal. They literally say, our end goal is to have a Muslim in every house of America. Even if it's one Muslim. You can go and check. Ask your fellow Muslims. But what's just so shocking is that Ilhan Omar comes out and works on something to combat Islamophobia and record it in the United States. Meanwhile, ex-Muslims are under attack all the time. We ran away from Sharia law. We ran away from the Middle East because of how extremist Islamic ideologies are. Because they don't accept other people. Because they are still behind on their texts. Yet, anytime there is a criticism about how extremists Muslims are, we're told to shut up because that is Islamophobic. No, sir, that's not Islamophobic. Me asking people to attack Muslims and asking people not to hire Muslims and asking people to discriminate against Muslims is Islamophobic. Me criticizing extremist ideologies, public figures, public actions that has to do with the law of the land that I live in, that is not considered Islamophobic. That's considered freedom of speech. Freedom of speech including mocking, attacking, and making fun of any religion, any prophet, any God. That's just our basic, fundamental freedom of speech. for some reason, every time we speak up, again, we're told to be quiet. So, no, we're not going to be quiet. We are going to make it very clear that Muslims in the United States have every single will into implementing Sharia law in the United States. I'm not asking you to attack them. I'm not asking you to discriminate against them. That's actually very inhumane. That's exactly the opposite of what I want people to do. I want people to accept the Muslims. But I want the moderate Muslims to come out and instead of criticizing us every time we criticize extremist ideologies, to have that exact conversation with the extremist Muslims. It shouldn't be my responsibility to go to extremist Muslims and tell them that they're wrong. No, it's your responsibility, moderate Muslim. Stop wasting your energy telling us that we are wrong to criticize these acts and go correct them. Stop coming out on public television telling us after every terrorist attack or after every extremist event happen with Islamic ideology that these are the few. Muslims have no problem sending death threats, and I get them every day. That is the reality of what it means to be an ex-Muslim dissident from Saudi Arabia in the United States. I have a security system in my house, yes. FBI was just here. And then I'm told to shut up. No, I'm not shutting up. There is a very good reason we have separation of religion and state. There is a very, really good reason that the United States doesn't have a chosen religion in the Constitution. And that is to ensure our freedom, to ensure a separation of religion and state. That's literally the point. When the recent Iranian freedom of speech activist, who's an ex-Muslim, got stabbed in New York by a Muslim, by Islamic radical ideologies, from a fatwa, from an Islamic clerk that a majority of Muslims follow, or a majority of a minority follows. And then we're told to shut up. No, baby. We're going to expose every single bit that you think you can play. In fact, Muslims have something called tuqya. You know what that means? The definition of tuqya is that in front of you, I give you a good face, but behind you, I have a total different plan. And that is in the sake of God, so I can make Islam the main religion in the United States. Or so I could spread the religious ideology. I am good to you because only that you become Muslim. That's the only reason. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you tell your friends what's happening, and let's defend our freedom of speech. Thank you so much, and have a good day.